My speaker is not working. Check my speaker. Testing, testing, testing. See it moving. It's done this before and it's working before. So you see this video I just put up. Make sure you watch. This is my final video and you're like, doesn't sound like it. Sounds like you got another video stirring right here, Stokes. Well, reason being, I spent all this time color coding, getting everything ready for when I return. When I return on June 3rd, you know, right, and I can jump on a video. Everything's color coded where I got the every other day color. It's everything's set. Everything's ready. Both sides are the same, but one has the link, you know, for add days in case I need it. This a little wider view because it doesn't have that column. And I sat there and scrolled down, made to make sure they're even. Y'all, 133 line items in both these suckers. 133. Do y'all remember my room number when I visited Marissa in Key Biscayne last year? Like I showed you the picture of when I was staying in Key Biscayne, right? Inadvertently flashed a hand signal. It's not quite the hand signal, but if you put those thumbs together, it sure enough is. I think you have to interlock the fingers usually. Like I got one hand over the other, but interlock the fingers. But anyway, I wasn't flashing. I'm not one of them. But you know, that's me visiting my stepdaughter last year, and I was at room 133. Remember, a 13 and a 33 fused together. And yeah, go figure that once again, there's the 133 as I'm off to visit her for an annual trip. Now, I began a Facebook post where I was sitting at the beach after hanging out with her. She went out with her friends and she and I split a bottle of wine. So I don't drink like that anymore. I didn't drink for 9 months and I had one shot I sipped on for over an hour. I sipped on a shot. Went out with her back a month and a half or so ago. And so, but I'd had half a bottle of wine and, you know, it was like 9:30 and the full moon was rising on the Atlantic Ocean. You can see those jets coming in to Miami International. And I was out there with my speaker box and my cell phone and my lounge chair. And I was like, what song do you want to listen to right now? And I put it to Facebook and I started putting other songs. What songs would you want to listen to when you're at the beach on a full moon at night, right? And unfortunately, without my spouse, so you know, as I am single, a celibate single type that I am. So I ended up putting the whole thing together on, where is that? Archives. I ended up putting it to a music playlist. And it's called the best playlist ever. Well, about the first 10 songs or 11 songs are not scrambled, maybe the first 50. And then I started adding to them even on my road trip home, as I heard a lot of, let me see, the 80s XM channel. And I started doing, there were a lot of, it was the year 1985. So there's a lot of 1985 songs on there. I might have scrambled them around a little bit. I don't think I did. Like Billy Ocean, Suddenly, all that, Duran Duran, Rio, Sade, Smooth Opera, all those, right? From that same era. Wham, Everything She Wants, David Bowie, China Girl, like all this stuff. I might have loaded 20 that night on Facebook, and more so on the road home, all to a Facebook post, which I will show you when it rolls around. It'll be at the end of June. It'll be about June 28th, June 29th. It'll be a memory. And I end up having 293 songs on it. But look what the first song was that I was sitting on the beach with the full moon rise. It was sitting on a dock of a bay. And I'm sitting there watching. I'm going to go see Top Gun Maverick tonight. Good Lord willing. I'm going to try to be in bed at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., get up around 11 and get there by 3 or 4 check-in, right? So my point is, there's a point in there somewhere, folks, I promise, is that it was sitting on a dock of a bay. And I'm watching Top Gun to get ready for Top Gun Maverick, and that was the big song in the movie. So I was like, well, that's pretty weird. Now I'm going back to visit stepdaughter again. And what began with sitting on a dock of a bay and began with a top, you know what I'm saying? It's just weird. It's too much, it's too wordy to explain it all. Would be fitting if he goes down on that day. Look at this Hulu advertisement. 5/31, which is today, FX Pistol. Well, I'll be a son of a gun. Pistol. Really? 5/31, Hulu, Pistol. It makes me think of Pistol Pete Maravich. Pistol Pete Maravich, birthday.
Pete Maravich was born on June 22nd, 1947.
Okay. We'll keep an eye out for that. I'm not going to track him. But when June 22nd rolls around, I mean, what do we got for June 22nd? See, this color coding helps me break the days up by my eyes too. So I like that. That's big. Big, 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 big. I should do both days. I should do the date, shouldn't I also? That December 14th, 2020 total solar that sits in between. Wow. Trump saying, I am the chosen one. Obama's birth certificate. CDC founded. Godfather and Omen release dates. Batman Begins. Chariots of Fire release dates. Total lunar on 5/16/2022. Wow. Okay. Pistol Pete Maravich, huh? I'm not going to track Pistol Pete, but his birthday hits on that cipher. Unless Michael pulls up Pistol Pete Maravich in gematria and it throws everything in the world at us, then I'll chart him. I'll track his actual birthday, which would not fall on June 22nd. Well, 1 out of 37 chance it would, but his birthday is June 22nd. I'll never forget Michael Jackson Day, June 25th, when he went down. I was with Candy at the beach after our divorce. This year, it does not connect to any eclipse. One doesn't even back into it, even though we know there is a eclipse somewhere in our past. There is an eclipse somewhere in our past that does connect to it. We just don't have one loaded and listed. Anyway, I just thought that was weird, the 133, y'all. That's pretty freaky. All right. Love y'all.